Have you ever been in a room where a speaker walks on stage and just instantly everyone is completely locked in? They have the entire audience hanging on every single word. It's such a powerful thing to see, right? Well, the best part is, that's not magic. It's a skill, and it's a skill that you can absolutely learn. So, let's get into how you can do it. So, let's start with this question. What is it really that separates a pretty good presentation from one that you just can't forget? You know the kind I'm talking about. We've all sat through both, and there is a huge difference. So what's the secret ingredient? And here's the answer. It's really not just about having the most brilliant content or the slickest slides. The real game changer is how you say it. It's about mastering your presence, projecting that quiet confidence, and really connecting with people. In a nutshell, it's all about masterful delivery. And that's exactly what we're going to break down. Now, the great news is there's a clear roadmap to getting there. This isn't some vague, mysterious art. We can actually break it down into 3 core pillars. Just think of these as the absolute foundation you need to build that commanding presence. So what are they? First, we have your vocal delivery, learning how to use your voice like an instrument, really. Second is your body language, how you project confidence before you even say a single word. And third, maybe the most feared part, the audience Q&A. And we're gonna learn how to turn that from a challenge into a real opportunity. If you can master these 3 things, you are so far ahead of the game. All right, let's dive into that first pillar, your voice. This is, without a doubt, your most powerful tool. It's the main vehicle for your message, right? It doesn't just carry words, it carries your emotion, your conviction, your energy. And what's so cool here is how these simple tweaks can make a massive difference. You vary your pace, you speed up a little for excitement, you slow right down for a serious point, and suddenly everyone's paying attention. And those pauses, they're your secret weapon. When you make a really important point, just stop. Silently count to 3 in your head. It might feel like an eternity to you, but to the audience, it gives your words so much weight. And as for getting rid of those filler words, try this. Every time you feel an or an ah coming, just replace it with a silent pause. It instantly makes you sound more thoughtful and way more in control. Okay, let's move on to pillar number 2, your presence. This is all about your body language. And you gotta remember, long before you open your mouth, your audience is already getting a read on you based on how you carry yourself. Your nonverbal signals can either supercharge your message or totally undermine it. This chart just illustrates the difference perfectly. Over on the left, you see all the classic signs of anxiety, right? Crossed arms that create a barrier, fidgeting, slouching, it all screams discomfort. But then look to the right, that open, confident posture, shoulders back, standing tall and grounded. And here's a little pro tip for hand gestures. Try to keep your hands moving inside an invisible box that goes from your shoulders down to your hips. It makes your gestures look purposeful and controlled, not chaotic. It just tells everyone in the room, I'm comfortable and I believe what I'm saying. And that brings us to our 3rd and final pillar, nailing the Q&A. Oh man, so many people dread this part. They see it as a minefield where anything can go wrong. But I really want you to reframe that. The Q&A is not a test, it's an opportunity. It's your chance to engage one-on-one with your audience, to clear up any confusion and to drive your key message home one last time. The trick is to just have a simple 3-step process. First, and this is so important, listen to the entire question. Don't start planning your answer while they're still talking. Really hear what they're asking. Second, acknowledge their question. Something as simple as, that's a really interesting question, builds instant rapport. And if you're not totally sure what they mean, clarify. It's better to ask than to answer the wrong question. And finally, answer concisely. Get to the point. A sharp, focused answer is always more powerful than a long, rambling one. This whole process just shows respect and keeps you firmly in command. Okay, so we've gone through the 3 pillars, your voice, your presence, and the Q&A. But I've got to tell you, this next part is the most important piece of the puzzle. Knowing all this stuff in theory, well, it means almost nothing without actually doing it. Real, lasting improvement comes from one place and one place only: practice. And the way we practice effectively is through something called the feedback loop. It's a simple but incredibly powerful cycle. You practice your presentation, then you get some honest feedback. You could ask a colleague you trust, or hey, just record yourself on your phone and watch it back. Then you take that feedback and you use it to refine your skills, and then you do it all over again. This loop, repeated over and over, that's the engine of mastery. That's how you get really good. And I want you to really remember this. Genuine, unshakable confidence isn't something you can just read about in a book or decide to have one day. It doesn't come from just thinking about it. Real confidence is forged in the fire of practice. It's built brick by brick every single time you stand up and do the work. So, I'm going to leave you with this final question. Your next audience is out there, waiting. It doesn't matter if it's one person in a meeting or 1,000 people in a giant hall, they're waiting. So now that you have these tools, these pillars, and a commitment to practice, how are you going to show up?